Forget about it.
I did not come to play with you hoes. I came to slay, bitch.
Listen, I'm the baddest in the school, the baddest in the game. Excuse me, honey.
You know what? Y'all must have forgot.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
It's so awkward on the video still. I'm still not used to it.
I know, it's just so weird.
I'm Serene.
Wait, welcome back to another episode of Before I Forget.
Yes, welcome. Hi.
That's
I'm
Serene. I'm Lydia. And we're back again.
Yes, we are.
I feel like my lighting is going in and out. Sorry. Yeah.
So Lydia, what's been going on?
Honestly, the world is still ending.
It is, and all you can do is just
drink. Hey, look. Cheers to the world ending. I don't know. Nothing's really been going on. It's the same since the last time. Working from home, COVID is still a thing. Black lives still matter. And yeah.
Yes. And I feel like it's been 100 degrees for the past 3 weeks, every single day. Like, it's too hot to even, like, go outside. I went outside yesterday, and I was, like, dying the whole time. Like, I'm sweating right now, too. Actually.
Yo. And it's, like, last week I went out for, like, the first time in, like, 5 months, and I was, like, it's hot, but not, like, as hot as it could be. And I'm, like, I'm from Florida. Like, I'm used to it being 100 every single day of the year, but not like this. Like, Philly, like, heat and Philly summer is different.
It is, and it sucks because right now, like, you can't go inside anywhere, so you have to stay outside. And it's just like, I don't want to sit in this heat in 100 degrees and eat and drink. Like, I just don't want to. I just want it to be like 75, 80.
Last week it was kind of nice. The like one
last
day.
night was nice.
Like, yeah.
Oh, last week. Last night, yeah. Last night at like 8, 9.
Yeah,
like
when the sun goes down. But like
tonight,
right
I'll
now,
have dinner.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's stop talking about the weather.
I mean, this is what's going on. How's work going for you?
No comment.
You look so annoyed just now.
Your
job's on a different level, honestly. Like, there's shit going on at my job, but like nothing to your like level.
It's just different. It's just different, and I don't know.
Well,
one day we'll talk about it. I don't know if I probably would get in trouble if I discussed like the stuff that happens at work. Sometimes I wonder if my residents like look for me on social media to see like what coming up. Because sometimes I stalk my residents on social media.
They definitely look you up, Serene. Like, I mean, I know I would if I lived at like an apartment building. Not even that. Like, I've looked up my landlord now. Like, I've looked because he gets mail sent to like our building, and like I'm always like, yo, why don't you just send this to your house? It's like legal documents. And I'm always like, let me just like look him up and see what's going on with him. But yeah, I look him up, so I know people look.
So if you guys live in an apartment complex, or like if you have a landlord, let us know if you look them up, or if you look up your property manager. Because I don't have Facebook right now, so like I wonder what they would even be looking up. My LinkedIn, probably.
I wonder if you search your name, like if the podcast comes up.
I don't think so.
Let me look. Let me look this up.
Let's Google.
I'm gonna search Serene. Or if like.
Oh, did you hear Emma?
Yeah.
Can you hear her? Oh.
Yeah, I heard her. I mean, Serene, you have an AliExpress?
No.
It says best value Serene and then your last name. Great deals on Serene from whatever.
So the first thing that comes up is my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, whatever.
And I can see that you went to Temple University for business.
My Pinterest account comes up. Oh, I see the AliExpress thing.
I'm like, what is that? I don't see before I forget, so.
I don't know. I have a research gate.
Wait, now I'm looking at your images. Oh, I see your Pinterest photo. I see your LinkedIn photo. And that's it. I'm surprised your Instagram doesn't come up.
I don't think my real name is attached to my Instagram.
Oh.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
okay. Well, while we're looking at
anyway,
people.
I don't give a shit. Fuck that. No, my greatest fear is that, like, I'll be bitching about them on social media or something, and somebody somehow will, like, get a screenshot of it. And so I really try not to share too much detail at work, but if
maybe
they do
we
look
can,
up, I just want them to know that they get on my fucking nerves.
I mean, maybe we can, like, talk, because, I mean, I don't care about my job. Well, I do care about it, but it's a city organization, so whatever. But maybe we could just, like, talk about, like, working, like, working in, like, Black or white spaces.
Yeah, we could do that. You want to do that now?
No, I'm just saying for the, like, a future, because I feel like a lot of people are like, yo, what, like, they either ask about, like, our jobs or, like, they want to know about the stuff that goes on. Because, like, we both work in two different, like, industries.
Yes.
So,
yes. We could do that next episode.
Gotcha.
Okay. we'll plan it.
We just did.
Right.
But yeah, that's all that's, like, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
Life.
It's hot as hell outside. The world is ending. The president's a racist.
Man.
That's it. The gym's open tomorrow. Are you gonna be going to the gym?
Honestly, I think yes, but I think I'm not gonna go in the city because because I feel like everyone's gonna run to the gym.
Yeah.
And, like, Beeb has been going to, like, a gym out in, like, in Fort Washington, and, like, he's saying, like, it's not, like, that packed. Like, there's people there, but it's not, like, crazy. And, like, he doesn't go to Planet Fitness. He goes to, like, one of those, like, cool gyms. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like it's like Lifetime, but, like,
okay.
It's like a bigger gym, not like as small as, like, my Planet Fitness is.
Okay,
So,
I see. Cool.
I don't know. I might just go with him because I can't.
But you have to wear your mask when you're working out now.
Yeah.
Which is yeah. So during this whole, like, thing, I wanted to find a new kickboxing gym.
Yeah.
I was going to a CKO kickboxing, and like, I couldn't cancel my gym membership while they were closed. So now that it's back open on Monday, but, like, they only have classes at 6:30 and at 5:30. No, they only have classes at, like, they only have classes in the evening, and then it's like 10 people a class, and you have to wear your mask on. I'm like, yo, kickboxing.
You're gonna pass out.
No, I'll die.
Kickboxing without a mask was, like, death.
Terrible, right?
So with one, oh God, no.
Yeah, I don't think that it'll be possible, but we'll see. I mean, I should go in there because so the card that they have is, I got a new card during Corona. I got a new debit card.
Yeah.
So the one that they have on file, like, I know, actually it was before Corona, because when they charged my card in March, it didn't go through, and they were, like, emailing me, like,
bitch, tell me about it.
They were emailing me, and then the gym shut down, so I just didn't have. They were like, when we open back up, come back in. So now I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
They're gonna text you like, hey, like they did to me, and then you're gonna be like, who's this? And they're gonna be like, it's CKO. You owe us 3 months worth of gym payments.
They weren't charging when everything was closed, though.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, so we'll see. I think my Planet Fitness is on my old card, too.
Planet Fitness hasn't charged me yet. I got an email. They said since they open up tomorrow, that if you got charged back in March, you're just gonna transfer it to July.
Okay.
So maybe that's all.
I don't know, but I need to get my life together. Like, I went to a thing last night and I look terrible. I honestly look terrible. No.
That's what you always say, Serene, and every time it's like, you look cute. I feel like I'm going to see a picture and I'm going to be like, what? Like, Serene,
all right.
bye.
All right. I'll show you. You'll see.
No, it looked cool. It looked cute.
It was cute.
Yeah.
But so bad. So anyway.
Okay. You know what? Summer's over, so like now's the time to work on your next summer year's body or our 30-year body.
Yes, 30. So I actually signed up for Noom this morning.
That's
you ever see?
Yeah, I've seen the commercials on like YouTube.
So we'll see how that goes. It said
That's
I
like
could
a
lose
food,
50
right?
pounds by the time I'm 30.
That's like a food management thing, right?
I didn't look at it yet.
I'm like, wait, isn't that like the food thing? Or like...
I think it's like it gives you a meal plan and it goes behind like the psychology of like losing weight and like losing weight for good. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to try to lose like, this weight by the time I'm 30. We'll see. Maybe I should like start an Instagram page to like motivate me to keep doing it.
With like your before and after pictures and like you working out.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's okay. We'll get there. We have, what's this? July, August, September, October. You have like more than 6 months. If you lose 10 pounds a month, you'll be at like your goal.
Okay. All right. Well, tomorrow I'm starting. I had a sit-a-bun today. I was like,
I had one yesterday.
Oh my God.
Wait, I saw that and Beeb was like, yo, look at Serene. Like, we're such trendsetters. I'm like, first of all, Serene didn't know we went to cinema. So, like, what are you talking about? Like, what?
No idea.
No, yeah, we went yesterday. Wait, did you go to the mall?
Yeah.
This is, like, off topic. Was it so weird? We went to Willow Grove yesterday, and, like, people were really in there shopping, and I was like, what? Like, because we went to eat.
First of all, I like shopping malls. I know a lot of people don't like malls, but I think their shopping in downtown Philly sucks. So I always go to Cherry Hill or I go to King of Prussia if I have like time.
Yeah.
But I needed neutral colors for my friend's birthday event. First of all, fat girls do not look good in beige, okay?
Or white.
Or
like cream.
No, it just doesn't work.
We need black. We need like a gray.
Skinny girls look really nice in it, but I wore green as like a olive.
Wait, you wore green?
That's a neutral color. In the chart that she gave me, here, I'll show you.
The one you sent, where it was
there was green in it.
It was like dark gray,
like an olive. Like I have to find it. See?
Okay.
So this was the one she sent us. So I wore green. Anyway, it was very hard you can't try anything on in the stores.
I found out, so yes and no. Like Macy's lets you try on stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And, but like, I know, yeah, like H&M doesn't, Forever
Target
21,
doesn't.
like, yeah.
Old Navy, I couldn't.
Yeah.
So I ended up buying neither in Nordstrom Rack. So I ended up buying like $300 worth of like, let's see if this shit fits. Like I honestly, that's what I had to do.
Serene.
So today I took everything back that I didn't like, that just didn't fit me. Literally like, and even the dress that I wore, I didn't even like it that much.
Yeah.
I know we're like so off topic, but anyway.
I know.
So you have to wait to get in line in the store, and then like everything's cut in half, like the capacity, so there's less employees working, so the lines are longer. It just like what can normally take me like 20 minutes turned into like an hour and a half of like waiting, and it's just ridiculous. But yeah, I like to shop in the mall. I have to try stuff on. I'm very iffy about buying stuff online unless I know I have a good return policy. Fashion Nova does not.
Oh yeah, I told you that already.
I know.
That's like the worst.
Other people know.
And low-key, Forever 21 also has the worst return policy. It's
Forever
like
21 has
you can only exchange like what, or you can only get a credit, which is what Fashion Nova is too. Like you can get a credit.
No, I can't. And
Yeah,
for a
I'm an
while,
online shopper.
for a while, we couldn't even return anything. Like, period.
Yeah.
Shopping is stressful, and I'm honestly at a point where like I'm tired of never mind. But like for an example, like how we had to wear neutral colors for this, it's so much harder for me because it's like I can't try stuff on in the store. It's hard for me to find stuff that like fits my body anyway.
Yeah.
And then even on top of that, all the like plus size girl stores like Eloquy, Torrid, all of them, they're still closed. They're not even open.
Oh, I didn't
So,
see.
It was just hard. It was just stressful. Anyway, yeah,
shopping is fun.
Shopping is fucking sucks.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay. No, shopping's fun. Honestly, I've been enjoying shopping online more than I have like going to a store.
Yeah.
Just because like I spend hours in stores looking at things where I can like literally shop all day, and then like at the end of the day I'm like, okay, let me buy all these things that are in all my carts with different tabs. But yeah. Okay, let's get back to the episode.
Okay. So
we're
talking about entanglements.
We're talking about relationships because I hate that word so much. Like I get what Jada was trying to do, but let's just it was a relationship. You were in a relationship with August Alsina, Jada.
That's what Jada sounded like, a man who doesn't want to own.
Whoa.
You know, like when guys are, I don't even want to say guys, but in my experience, men, when like they're dealing with you, but like they don't want to commit to you, so they'll be like, nah, we talk, like that's my homie, that's my girl. Like that's how Jada sounded like when she was like, it was an entanglement, like we're involved. Basically, like you were in a relationship, but you didn't want to put a label on it.
And it's almost like you were still married legally, but like technically speaking, you guys weren't together. You were
separated.
So it's like, what's the issue with saying you were in a relationship with somebody else?
Because I don't think it was really a relationship to her. I think she was just fucking him.
Man. So let's go back to it. So August Alsina had an episode, he had an interview with Angela Yee, and did you see the interview?
No, but I saw clips.
So I actually watched the whole interview. It's like an hour. If you have time, you should watch it. It's good.
Okay.
But August only talked about the Jada thing. Well, he was asked by Angela Yee, like, hey, we haven't really seen you with anybody, like in a relationship with any woman. But we have seen you with Jada. So like, what was that about? So he touched on it for maybe 3 minutes, and then the media took that and ran with it. And in turn, August admitted that he was in a relationship with Jada, and then Jada had to take herself to the Red Table Talk. Red Table Talk aired, what was that, last week?
I think it was last week.
And that was like 11 minutes of her and Will discussing this entanglement, which basically, I mean, what I got from it was that they were having a hard time in their marriage, and they decided to separate. And basically, Will told Jada, hey, go find your happiness somewhere else. Well, not somewhere else, but go find what makes you happy, right?
Right.
And I'm going to go do that. I'm going to do the same. So they both did that. In return, Jada and August started dating, which if we backtrack to that, like how they even got connected with August was going through a lot of health issues and a lot of mental health issues, and August was brought to them for help and support.
Right. Which is what I feel like a lot of people have issues with. But okay, so let's backtrack. First of all, I think it was very corny of August to speak on Jada. Even if that was the case, like even if, he was with her or they were in a relationship or like whatever. He knew that that was tea. And that was what did they say it was 4 years ago? 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. 2016, when she's obviously, despite whatever they were going through, like, they're obviously in a better place now.
Yeah.
What's the point of that? Of like, what, being messy? I just feel like it was wrong. Like, I don't know.
I think, well, this is my beef. So yes and no. Like, when I saw the clips, I was like, let me go. That's why I watched the episode or the interview, because I wanted to just see what he said. Because honestly, I'm more so not mad, but I have my own personal beef with Angela Yee. Like, I don't like her as an interviewer or a journalist or whatever you want to call, because she does stuff like that. Like, they were talking about something completely different for like 20 minutes of that interview, and then she just slid that in.
Yeah.
And it's almost like you were trying to be messy because you already knew, like, that was the thing that people wanted to know. Because, like, what is that? Like, last year or 2 years ago, August posted this long thing for Jada's birthday. And everyone was like, yo, what is this about? Like, this is a really long, like, Instagram post. And it was very, did you see it? It was, like, very, like, romantic and, like, something that you would post for Jamie. Like, it was, like, that kind of, like, I love you and, like, you've taught me so much, so many things. But, like, Angela, like, come on. So,
but
like,
that's what journalists do. That's what journalists are always, especially when you're a celebrity, right? Journalists are always going to try to get the tea, to get you to spill the details, to pry into your private life. I think that that's fine. Like, yeah, that's what journalists do. But as a celebrity, doesn't mean that you have to, like, I don't know, discuss, like, your relationships. Like, even if like in your regular everyday life, right? Let's say someone comes up to me and is like, you know, I see you with, I don't know, let's just say, I'm thinking of all my ex-boyfriends' names. I don't want to say their names.
Don't say any of them. Say Tom. I see you with Tom.
Okay, so you see me with Tom before, like, what's up with that? And Tom is with a girlfriend now, or he's married, or let's say Tom was already married and then they, you know, got separated and they broke up, whatever, and I was fucking with him, and then 4 years later somebody's like, so what happened with Tom? And I spilled all the beans. Like, I'd be like, what? Like, that's rude, and I think it's disrespectful, and I think it's corny.
No,
especially for a man to do that, I think it's very corny.
I think, like, honestly, I think, like, August, what he said, it was very tactful. I think he could have went into more detail, and he decided to, like, keep it to, like, point A, point B, like, and he even said, like, I honestly don't feel like I need to tell the world about my personal relationships or my personal business, which I completely agree with. Like, you, just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean that you have to tell the world all the people that you fucked with, all the people that you've been in a relationship with.
100%.
So, like, I get it. And I'm also like, okay, Angela, you were being messy because they weren't even talking about that stuff to begin with. And it's almost like, yeah, August could have been like, actually, I don't want to talk about it. And then people would have been like, yo, what was that about?
Right. I just feel like even if that was the case, like, which it obviously was, but, like, out of respect for her and out of respect for her marriage and Will, like, why would you, I don't know. I just think that it was corny. And you knew that the world was going to run with it.
So, on the flip side, people think Jada was corny for what she said in response to August. Like, I've seen people say Jada's toxic. I've seen people say, like, Will and Jada are toxic. I've seen them say, like, Jada is wrong for taking advantage of August. What else? There's been so many, like, things I've seen about, like, Jada and this scenario. I don't know.
Are really mad at Jada.
Like, big mad. Like, I've seen people really be like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, you really, like, took advantage of this guy's mental health, and you, like, had a good time with him, and then you basically left him to go back to your husband. And it's like, I mean, isn't that what happens in relationships? Like, don't people, like, break up and make up, or, like, they meet other people and then they realize, like, I really love my ex-husband or my husband at the time or whatever.
Right. I mean, yeah, like people break up. Myself, like I've been in a relationship and we broke up or we were separated or things weren't well, and we each went outside of our relationship to find whatever we were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's normal and that's what people do. And I think that anyone who says opposite, or it may be toxic, it may not be healthy, of course, but it's human nature, I think, also, where like if you're not properly dealing with things, you go to try to find whatever it is that you're looking for outside of it. And is Jada toxic? I don't want to say that she's toxic, because it's like, I think toxic would be like her being like, you know what, August is fucked up. He's not in a good place. And I'm going to take advantage of this situation. I'm going to use him, and then I'm going to, you know, keep it moving. Whereas it could have just been a situation of he was there at the time. They had some type of close relationship, and he just kind of was like in the mix of things at the time when she needed something.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say that she's, I don't want to say toxic. I feel like people throw that word around so easily, but it's like, no, she was just fucking with him.
Yeah, I think the whole toxic thing came from him saying like he was, or whoever said it, like he was in a bad like mental state, and they basically took him in as like a son, and then in the process, like Jada said, like they created a really good friendship. And when things were going bad between her and Will, August was conveniently there.
Right.
I don't
like, sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
Like I think people, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. I think that people find solace in other people who are going through exactly what they're going through. Where like Jada's not in a good place, and August also wasn't in a good place. So they like, you know, she felt like, or I don't know, I'm not in these people's relationship, I don't fucking know these people, but like when you're kind of in the same situation, you find solace in that, or you find like companionship in that. Misery loves company.
Yeah,
right?
like hurt people hurt people. Like,
right, hurt people hurt people. Exactly. And it's like, why? I don't think that that's, I mean, it's obviously not good or it's obviously not healthy, but I wouldn't say that it's predatory. It's just like a mistake that she made or that he made. And I don't know. Like, marriage is fucking hard.
And I feel like that was like the biggest thing that I took away from it. Like, marriage is hard. Relationships are hard. Friendships are harder. Like, so many ships are like so hard to be in that it's like they take so much effort.
Right.
And even we talked about this, like, we know people that have been in 20 plus year relationships, marriages, who either broke up, who like have seen other people, and like they still have been able to come back together because there's genuine love for each other, which, I mean, that's what I got from the whole Red Table Talk. Like, between her and Will, I felt like Will said, like, I told you that I would love you through anything. And it's like, that's what marriage is about.
So yeah, misery loves company. I don't think Jada was toxic. I think she's human and she made a mistake. And I think that the people who are criticizing her and calling her toxic and writing all these fucking think pieces about what you're supposed to do in relationships and what's healthy, like, I think they're just people who haven't been through shit before.
That's what I was going to say. Can we talk about, like, people were talking about, like, what relationships should be and, like, what they actually are.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Like, real life, like, what does it mean to be in a relationship? Like, you've been in a relationship longer than me, but, like, I feel like we've both, I can't even compare the two, honestly.
No.
But, like...
And that's the thing. I don't think relationships should be compared.
Right. Like, no relationship is the same, right?
Right, exactly.
But it's like, you've gone through things in your relationship that I can be like, oh, I relate to that.
Right.
Even just like what I was saying, like, okay, I'm transitioning into moving from like my own place into an apartment with my boyfriend, and how sometimes I just feel like I need to get away, and I have that luxury of going back to my old apartment because my lease isn't up yet, and it's like, oh, this is my vacation home because I can get away from you,
right?
And it's like,
right,
it's
and
like not to say I don't love you, but like sometimes I need to get away.
But then I feel like if you go on Twitter or on social media and you say that, then people are like, oh, that's toxic. Like, you shouldn't be in a relationship if you feel that way. And that's not the reality. Like, the reality is that sometimes you need a break from your significant other. So the reality is that sometimes you're going to like your alone time, especially if you're a Pisces. So, like, I don't see, and I feel like that's realistic. Like, what to me the signs of a healthy relationship are you and your significant other being able to sit down and say, I don't want to be around you right now. I need my break. I need my time away from you. I need, like, me personally, like, I feel like that's, you know, what it is. Like, I'd be lying to you if I had said that I never got on my boyfriend's nerves or he never got on my nerves. And there was just times where, like, I wanted to come home and I don't want to talk to anybody right now. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like it took us a long time for me to be like, I don't want to talk to you right now. And it doesn't mean that I don't love you or that, like, I'm not happy to be around you or I'm toxic or our relationship is bad. It just means that I'm a fucking human being, or that we're both human beings, and that, like, we're just not always in, like, perfect girlfriend mode. And, you know, like, and I feel like people don't get that.
And you know what's funny is that it's interesting that you say that, because like I always say, like, me and like you and Jamie are like the reverse of like me and B. Like I feel like I'm like Jamie in your relationship and you're like because like no, it's for real, because like, okay, COVID is like going on right now, which I feel like so many people don't realize, like COVID is really like affecting people's relationships, especially if you live together. So I can already imagine how it feels to like not live with your significant other. But like, you go to work every day, right? My boyfriend still goes to work every day. I'm working at home. So like, yes, like Pisces, like as a traditional Pisces, like we like our alone time or whatever. But like, I also like talking to people. And whenever I've basically been taken out of that, going to work, talking to people, having coworkers, and now I'm literally looking at walls all day. I'm talking to myself. I'm watching YouTube all day. And then when my boyfriend comes home, I want to be all in his face, like, ah! And he's like, yo, I just want to sit at home and play my game or not talk at all, because he's been talking to people all day. Like he works in a front-facing job like you. Yes, so it's like, you're talking to people all day long. He's talking to people all day long. And I'm like, yo, I haven't talked to anybody all day. So when you come home, I want to talk to you, which it kind of like jumps to the codependency part of like what Jada was saying, because I feel like I'm stuck in this codependency because I feel like I'm like constantly depending on somebody to talk to. Right. Not to like make me happy, but like to talk to. Yeah. And he's like, I don't want to talk. So yes, it's like the same thing. Like,
but like you're a human being. Right. Like everybody's human beings. And I feel like people get on social media or people get on their fucking platforms and then they're just like, no, this is how it should be. This is how it shouldn't be. And then when there's things are not always black and white, when things get gray, then people are like, oh, this is toxic and we can't do this. And it's like, no, a relationship is really how you muddle through those things and how you communicate through them and how you work through that shit. And it's not to say that, you know, that's going to be the worst of your problems either, is you wanting to decompress when when you come home from work and your boyfriend wanting to talk to you. Like, there's going to be times when, like, you guys might not even like each other, period. Like, or you might really fight about stuff. And I mean, I've only been with my boyfriend for 6 years, but I can imagine 20, 30 plus years. Like, there was a part of that interview when Will was like, I was done with your ass. Like, and I felt that too.
Like every day.
Like I there's been times between me and Jamie where I'm sure we've both been like, I'm done. Like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I'm done. Fuck you. Like, it's over. And that's real, I think. And I think you yes, we did separate, and we realized like life wasn't what we thought it was gonna be without each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit happens. And guess what?
That's
We
the
also had
reality.
sex with other people in between that.
Why did you get so close to the mic?
Because I really think people think
That's
that
for the
that's not
back.
right. Like, I really think that doesn't, people think that doesn't happen. And that's not the
Yeah.
reality. Like, and I think that until we start to admit that, like, yes, you have unhealthy behaviors in which you try to put like a band-aid on a bullet hole, which might be another person when you're hurting with the one that you love, but it doesn't mean that you're a shitty person for doing that. It just means that you're a fucking human being.
And I just like want people to understand, like, social media is not real life, right?
No,
Like,
it's
I
not.
think so many people get caught up in like relationship goals and like people who have these platforms who are in long-term relationships. It always looks like it's like peaches and cream every day. They post pictures of themselves together every single day.
Right.
And it's like, that's not real life. Like,
Right.
that's why I say, like, I don't believe the shit that people post on social media. Like, especially when it comes to relationship stuff,
Right.
I don't buy it. Like, so I think people that were so caught up in this, I want this Jada and Will love, y'all just got bamboozled because y'all thought everything was cool between them, which you only see what they post, or you only see them on the red carpet hand in hand. So,
and like, I want to like tell people, like, do you guys have conversations with your parents, like, about their marriage and about their relationship? Because I bet you I want to say probably at least 75% of you guys, if you go ask your parents about their marriages and their ebbs and flows of their relationships, that their shit is probably a lot messier than Jada and Will. Some of y'all motherfuckers got half siblings, don't you? I do.
Let's go back to I do too. But let's go back to our grandparents. Like, if we want to get real, like, your grandparents have secret kids. You have secret siblings.
Hello.
So it's like that's like, our parents is nothing. Like, our grandparents, they really had the real tea. They knew what they were doing.
And a lot of people still be like, we're not built like our grandparents were. That's why we don't have real relationships down. No.
What? Okay.
Your grandmother and your grandfather were down for each other. For real, for real. You know how at the end where they were like bad marriage for life? Well, that's how your grandparents were.
For real.
Like,
yo, when I found out my grandma and my grandpa, they were married for however long. When I found out that they were still married legally, my grandma had moved all the way to Florida. My grandpa's still in Philly. And I'm like, wait, what? Y'all still have houses together? You still have legal things together?
Yeah.
I was like, y'all are messy.
Relationships are messy. Like, they just are messy. And a lot of people feel entitled to other people's relationships. Like, it's just a mess.
Speak on it.
I think that people have a very rude awakening for when they go out into the real world and they start having relationships with people. Just in any type of relationships. Like, I'm not just talking about romantic. I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about your parents, like
your coworkers.
Right. Like, shit is not always black and white. And I feel like it's a real sign of maturity and adulthood is how you navigate bad times with somebody. And if you are sitting at home on your phone, tweeting away and writing these think pieces about what you think shit is, relationships are, and then you go out and you're gonna experience real shit for yourself, you're gonna be behind because you're not even gonna be ready to deal with what really happens.
Or you're gonna get with someone who fucking breaks your heart because you have this idea of what a relationship is, and when they can't give it to you, or you don't think they can give it to you, that's when you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, I feel like, what else is there to say about this whole entanglement?
Basically, what my last thoughts are, August should never have, you shouldn't speak on anybody that is in a relationship about your past relationship with them. That's number one, corny, I think. Number two is that you guys need to stop expecting perfection or understand that people are human, and because you've gone to therapy for a year and you think you know everything doesn't mean that that's how everybody operates. And you know what? Even if people do fuck up and do the wrong thing, it's none of your business. Is it?
Yo.
Like, for real, that's the way that I feel. If and I've gone through that myself, like where I'm at with my friends and even my parents or like my siblings, like my family. Listen, as long as you're not getting fucked up and you're healthy and you're in a good place and your mental is okay, then guess what? It's really none of my business. I can tell you what I think if you ask me.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Or I can give you my advice if it's solicited. But other than that, if you're happy, if you like it, I love it. Okay.
Bingo.
And
like,
yeah, I don't
honestly,
know.
Yeah, same. I think out of all of this that's been posted, I feel like honestly, like people need to really understand more so where like Will is in this situation. Like, I feel like people kind of like brush into the side like, oh, Will is okay with this. When it's like, honestly, I'm more concerned about Will's like state of mind because it's like, I don't know how that feels to, well, I mean, I do know how that feels to have like your partner dating somebody else or like sleeping with someone else. And it's like, you're saying you're loving her through everything. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
don't
mean,
mind. Just worry about yourself. Like, just worry about your own relationship.
Yeah. And I mean, on the flip side of it, it's like, do you think that Will Smith was really just like sitting at home, not doing anything while, I mean, I don't know.
No, he was jumping off of the Grand Canyon. He was jumping from helicopters.
Was that 4 years ago? That was 4 years ago?
I feel like it was like 3 or 4, like, yeah. Or 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
2 years ago. But still, like, I mean,
I'm sure that was a result of it all. Like,
right. I'm sure. I don't know. I just
who knows? Like,
who knows? They seem to be together now. They've said what they said, and even if it's not the case, that's what they want to put out, and that's their business.
Yeah. And we can't say anything about it. Like, we have to be okay with, like, we're not in the relationship with them.
Right, exactly. So if you like it, I love it. Entanglements basically. And all. Hey. Don't be entangling with me, though. Or my man, okay?
Yo, sorry.
We don't do that over here.
No.
Not anymore.
Like, bruh, even if we did, like.
Y'all wouldn't know.
Basically. Period.
Yeah, so, I mean, if they're happy, they're happy. They seem to be happy. Whatever weird situation they have, it works for them.
Hey, it works. They've been married for 25 years or something like that. Like,
they're very successful. They have a beautiful family.
Like, I'm just trying to get to like 5. So.
Right. Well, I'm trying to get
to you
10.
Pass that. You pass that. You have 4 more years, Serene. You'll be there. Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Yeah, so, I mean, whatever. The social media thing is too much. The memes are funny, though. I enjoy it.
They are really funny. My favorite was
And didn't he release a song?
August? He released a whole album. That was
called
the whole
Entanglements?
Thing. Yeah, I didn't listen to no Entanglement song, but I listened to his other songs. And that's
so corny to me. I'm sorry.
Last thing about August. I was just saying this. I was like, I want to understand why he's going on this like press tour of the Entanglements when it's like you put out a new album, and if that's what you were trying to like do is like promote this album and be messy, it's not working for you. Like, I don't think people are listening to your music as a result of you saying that you were in a relationship with Jada.
Right.
I don't think it's working.
And I feel like that's how I mean, I don't know much about him, but like, I feel like he's more known for his messiness than his music.
I mean, I know his songs. He has good music.
I know some songs, but I feel like he's always like being spoken of because of like the things that he says and does, not because of his music.
Yeah, and like his personal life, like, yeah, like there's a not. I don't want to say it's drama, excuse me, but like certain things are always like happening to him. Like
Right.
his sister died. He like
Yes.
had like health issues. He almost lost his eyesight.
Yes.
Like I think
Exactly.
it was just like something on top of something on top of something. Like something was
Right.
always happening with him.
Right. Yeah.
But you know what? I wish August the best of luck
Yeah.
in his career. I mean,
Same. And Jada will too. Who shot Meg? That's the next thing.
who shot Meg?
Tell me about this, because I've only seen like bits and pieces, and I saw the video of her getting out the car,
So
and her friend spreading her legs open. I'm like, what the fuck is going? And then I saw that Kylie Jenner posted a video or a picture of her foot out
her feet
on the and she was,
shade. She's shady for that one. But,
what the fuck is going on?
so I want to say last weekend, Meg was on Instagram Live with Kylie. Come to find out, they were at Kylie, I guess, a pool party or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to earlier this week, this story comes out that Meg Thee Stallion was shot, and we're all like, "What the fuck is this?" No, Tory Lanez. First of all, Tory Lanez gets arrested. Then we find out that Megan was in the car with Tory. So now we're all like, "What the fuck?" Then we found out that Tory got arrested because he had a gun in his possession, and that Meg possibly was shot. So now we're like, wait, what? Then it's so many layers. Then people were saying that Megan's best friend Kelsey shot her. So then Kelsey got on Twitter and was like, if y'all think that I shot my best friend, like y'all don't really know who we are or me and Meg's relationship, like I would never do something like that. So then it came out that Meg, Kelsey, and Tory were in the car leaving this pool party with Kylie. Like they were sharing a ride, I guess, like one of those, what's it called? Like a chauffeur
Driver?
car. Yeah.
Okay.
So then Tory gets booked. Meg, they're saying, was shot in the foot, but no one knows who shot her. Then video came out of Meg getting out of the car, and as she's getting out, like with her hands up, you can see her like kind of limping, and then you can see the ground is like kind of wet, like her like foot is bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Then in that same video, you see Tory on the floor, like spread eagle, like face down on the ground. Then what happened? Then Megan's producer, or like her friend or a music producer or something, was like, "Oh, Tory, count your days. Like, you're not off. Like nigga, like we know what you did." So now, and recent is that Megan posted something like, she posted on Twitter. Did you see that?
The thing where she was like, y'all are laughing, but this is like trauma for me or whatever.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Black women are like the most underprotected group of people, and like this is something very serious. Like gun violence is serious, and like I was like basically a victim of like, I don't want to say domestic abuse, but like domestic abuse, because quite frankly, no one knows why Tory shot Meg.
Right.
And it also is kind of like, were they in a relationship? Like what is the whole setup of this whole thing of why Tory, if Tory shot Meg, why he shot her? So now we're still trying to figure out who shot Meg, because no one knows.
She's not gonna say.
She's not gonna say, which I'm sure she's like legally binded not to say anything right now until like an investigation. But
or maybe it was a mistake.
I just saw that they were saying that there's like camera footage, because the footage that I was just talking about of Meg like out on the street was actually from a building. So now they're saying that there's footage of like a camera cell phone video. So who knows?
Well, I hope Meg is okay.
Yeah.
I was at an event last night, and they were like playing Tory Lanez. They were like, "Nah, Tory's canceled." I was like, "Wait, really?" I mean, we don't even know what happened for sure. I'm not canceling anybody until I know For sure. Until I hear it from Tori's mouth or Meg's mouth.
Yeah, like what really happened? Because
And that's
no one
it.
knows.
We need to stop, like,
Canceling everybody.
right. Unless we know what the fuck really went down.
And it's like this whole scenario or this whole situation has been messy from the beginning because like I feel like I've been watching like real life Dateline happen and we still don't know what the fuck happened.
Right, exactly. And I feel like if Meg wanted us to know, then she would probably say it. Is Tori still in jail?
Yeah, I don't think he got bailed out. I think he's
What are
still
his
locked
charges?
up. I think attempted assault or like attempted like
Murder?
yeah, with a deadly weapon. Like,
well, you know, if anything the past 2 months has taught us is that, you know, the police, I don't even gotta say it, but you know, I'm gonna wait. Oh, my headphone just fell out. I'm gonna wait until I get the facts. No printer.
For real, like no one really knows what's going on right now. I just again hope that like Meg is safe and
yeah, prayers for her.
Like it's definitely a traumatic. Like I've never been shot at, but I can only imagine what a traumatic experience this was.
Yeah, amen.
For her.
No, seriously, I agree. I really hope she's okay, and I can't wait to find out the details. Because I'm sure we will one day. Same. And I feel like Tory Lanez is not somebody to keep his mouth shut. So maybe once he gets out, then...
Yeah. That's why I'm like, clearly, I mean, I'm assuming that he's still locked up because it's like we haven't heard from him.
Right.
So
well, I'm sure we could hear it if he got released. Isn't that stuff like public information?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Like once you get booked, you can like look the person up and see what the charges are for and like the police report.
I'm gonna do some investigative journalism and look.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. Like I don't really know what else is going on with Meg. I just want to know who shot her.
Well, I hope she's okay. I hope her foot is fine. I hope it wasn't her knees because, you know, Meg's knees are like golden. Legendary.
For real. We need Megan, like, I mean, granted, we can't see nobody in concert right now, but we need Meg to still be able to perform.
Right, exactly. Exactly. What else is going on? Kanye you know what? I don't even want to give this story life. That's
your boy. Yeah, you're a Kanye fan. What the hell?
This is all I'm gonna say about Kanye. There's 3 points I have to make about this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go from like least serious to most serious.
Okay.
Third, I have trouble understanding how the biggest media manipulators, public relations, like social, like I feel like the Kardashians just do this thing where like they know PR. Like Kris Jenner could probably teach a whole college course on public relations. They have a whole thing in on California, media manipulation. Public
relations.
She could probably do a master class. Kim Kardashian as well. All of them. I have trouble understanding how, like, I tried to read the Kanye interview and I got to like the birthday party part, which is like the second paragraph or third paragraph, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this.
I read the whole thing.
I couldn't read it,
I'm
but like,
a sucker.
I was just like, how does his family, his wife, let him do something like that while he is obviously in some type of episode, not thinking correctly? Like, I'm no psychiatrist. I'm no therapist.
He's manic.
But it's like, obviously something is not right there. And it's like, y'all really let him get in an interview with a major publication and say that. It's not like he got on Instagram Live. It's not like he recorded a video of himself. Like, he set up an interview, and I mean, I don't know how it works, but like, doesn't Kanye have a publicist? Doesn't he have a
He
manager?
should.
Like, where's his team at? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. That to me is confusing.
Yeah.
Damn, I had 3 points, but I can't remember what the second point was. Oh, the second point is he's obviously not okay. We need to get Kanye some help, some real help. Okay.
Honestly,
Not a
not to
ranch in
cut you
Wyoming.
off,
No, go ahead.
I honestly think just from working with therapists, he needs to take his medication. Like point blank, period. Like I think he gets in these, and it's textbook. Like you get medicated, you feel good. Once you feel good, you stop taking your medication. And I honestly feel like it's been shown that when Kanye stops taking it, he goes on these rants. He goes and does these interviews. He goes on tour and then goes on a rant about Jay-Z and Beyonce and then cancels the rest of the tour.
Right.
He gets on fucking, what's it called, on the VMAs and talks about fucking George Bush. Like, it's been shown, like, people with mental health issues and mental disabilities, they do things like this. And if he's not seeing a psychiatrist religiously, he's gonna fall off.
Right,
And I think it's also
the rules or whatever the therapist says.
And it's also, again, if you don't have a good support system, like if you don't have a family member or have family members, multiple people who are holding you accountable and saying, hey, Kanye, did you take your medicine? Hey, Kanye, I don't think this is a good idea. Hey, I don't think you should run for president.
And like, and that goes to my first point. Like, I don't even think that Kanye is able to run for president, really, like in an official capacity or anything whatsoever.
It's already too late for him.
Right. And
like, technically speaking, it's already too late.
But like, what's going on in our country right now is it's too important for him to be doing this and for people to fall into the trap, because you know that's the thing, Kanye is always going to do what Kanye wants to do. And it's like, but like you said, it's been documented, we've seen this action before, when Kanye just kind of like blurts things out and, you know, says things that aren't okay. And I think before we kind of were like fucking with it because it was things that we agreed upon, and we were like, oh, it's cool. Like, of course Beyonce should have won Video of the Year, Album of the Year instead of Taylor Swift. Like, of course George Bush doesn't care about Black people, or that's the way that we really felt during Hurricane Katrina, and you know, whatever. But like now, and that's the thing, like, we've supported it and we've encouraged this behavior, I want to say, in the past, but now it's like we don't agree with it, so now we're like, wait, do you need help? And I feel like that's on our not our fault, but like the public, you know.
And I think it's also that all happened before we knew that he had a mental
exactly,
like he was mentally not okay. Like,
and I feel like we all knew that, like when his mom died, that like things weren't okay, and we were just like, that, you know, it's Kanye, like, yeah, he feels that way because his mom died, like he's grieving. But now we really need to be like, okay, like he needs help. But that being said, I feel like what happened in 2016 is that people were not happy with either of the candidates, it being Donald or Hillary, and they wrote in Harambe,
Hennessy,
they wrote in, you know, the
friend name,
the kid that was running, or like the Green Party candidates, and they were just like, you know, it's the lesser evils of like, or they just didn't feel comfortable with either candidate, and the votes went to Donald Trump, as we saw with the Electoral College. And now is not the time. We, like, this is about to be like, it's about to be, you know how we have like
this
BC?
Is life or death. This is life or death.
It's like, about to be like after America if Donald Trump keeps going, because it's like we just really need to like do the I'm voting for Joe Biden, because it's
like what other option do I have? Yeah. And it's like, okay, yes, we don't 100% agree with the things that Joe Biden has said, his platforms, whatever it could be, like his past, like, yes, there's certain things that the candidates that we're not 100% gonna agree with. Even with Hillary, I wasn't 100% for Hillary, but I wasn't 100% for Donald Trump.
Right.
So I wasn't voting for him.
We were 0% for Donald Trump.
But it's also like, I'm not gonna be that, I don't even want to say stupid, but I'm not gonna be that ignorant to go into a poll and write in Serene Ball. Like,
right. Or Kanye West.
Like, it's just in my head, especially as Black people, like, if we bring it all the way back as Black people who haven't been able to vote for like maybe 30 years? No, I'm lying. Like, you know,
1965.
Like 80 years. Let's like ballpark it because I don't know the real numbers. But you know, as Black people who just got the chance to vote, I would really think that Black people would be more serious about voting. It's either I'm not going to vote, or I'm going to go vote and vote for Kanye or vote for Hennessy or vote for some bullshit. And then they're mad that we have Donald Trump. Like, right. I can't, like, don't talk to me about being mad that Donald is still our president come November, because if you didn't go vote, you can't even talk to me. If you went and voted for some bullshit, you can't talk to me either. So,
and then on top of it, these celebrities like Chance the Rapper,
bruh,
trying to shame other people for not wanting to vote for Kanye.
Let me tell you something. Chance, I really fuck with Chance. I really like him a lot, and especially his whole story, his like whole going from like doing all these crazy ass drugs to like giving his life to God and Christ. Like, I really fuck with Chance for that. But I don't fuck with celebrities who use these platforms to like spew wrong information and false information. And like, Chance, you being a yes man to Kanye because he put you on, or whatever the fuck Chicago got going on, I don't give a fuck. Like, you sound dumb as shit. Like, honestly. Like,
right. And we see what's happening when we have one inexperienced imbecile in office. Why do it over?
Not to mention Kanye. Back to this. I don't even want to say nigga, but back to this nigga. He really got on Forbes magazine and said that he's never voted in his life. And for you to say that, and then you tell us that we need to vote for you, and you've never voted not once in your 35, 36 years, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Like,
amen. I agree. Like, I don't even really want to give this story life. Like, that's how over it I am. I honestly don't, like, we're doing it now, but like,
I just want him to sit down somewhere. Like,
and I feel like Kim, music. Like, I would rather have Kim Kardashian as the president than Kanye. Because at least she's going to law school. Listen, you can feel how you want to feel about Kim, and people are going to hate me for this. You can think that she's, you know, and I agree with those things too. She's Kim. But I would say that in the last 2 to 3 years, Kim Kardashian has done more for this country than a lot of other people have. And I'm not going to say more than Kanye, because I'm sure certain things get done in secret. Like, for example, Kanye just paid for George Floyd's daughter's college education. Yeah. And I think he also paid for expenses for Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor as well.
Yeah.
But like, Kim has been going to law school, and, you know, I mean, she's not running for president, so it really doesn't matter. But like, that's how I feel, because it's like it's
she's
like
trying.
She's educating herself. Like, she's working on it, and I feel like she needs she's been releasing, you know, people from jail that are, you know, have unfair sentences or innocent or whatever, and it's like, what the fuck has Kanye been doing, really?
Really, it kind of goes back to your point about good PR, and it's like, you're taught. Well, I mean, I only know this because of my journalism, whatever. But like, there's good PR and there's bad PR, and I honestly feel like Kris Kardashian, what's her name, Kris Jenner thinks that this publicity that Kanye is doing, or whatever it is that he's doing, is good. It's good for them, because now it's like, if you think about it, all the brands that all of the Kardashians have, where it's either retail, social media, YouTube, like each one of those sisters have some type of brand or platform where where consumers can buy things. And I honestly feel like every time Kanye goes and talks about some dumb shit, they're being redirected to Skims, Good American, Kylie Cosmetics, whatever the shit, what's her name? Courtney has the Posh thing.
Yeah.
Like they're being redirected to all of these platforms and all of these businesses where they're making money. So it's like,
of course, but this one, and that's how you can feel however you want to feel about it. Like you can think that it's wrong, you can think that it's, you know, bad on their part, but this shit right now, what's happening here with Kanye running for president, this has a very negative effect, and it's been proven 4 years ago, and it's about to go in again. And I guarantee you that people are still going to go into that voting booth in December and write in Kanye West's name.
Especially because Kanye has a really big following. Like, as much as, like, Kanye doesn't make as much music as he used to, people still follow him heavily, even after the whole MAGA stuff. Like, once people
love Kanye West. Okay.
Yo, Asian people, like, once we, as Black people found out that Kanye was voting for Trump or supporting Trump, we were all like, cancel Kanye. But they were still like, oh, we love his music.
Right. Like, and that's fine. Like, I feel like you can still be that way. Like, you can still, I feel like, support people or like people despite their political affiliations, which I think that's the way it should be, even though this political affiliation, I feel like, has direct negative effects on people of color, Black people, women, transgender, or if that's the right term, I'm not sure. Immigrants, like whatever. I think that if you fuck with Donald Trump, you're directly fucking with policies that are negative, that negatively affect those group of people. And I could understand me being like, I really don't fuck with you because you agree with these things. That's how I feel personally. But like, do these people deserve to be fired? Do these people deserve not to have a livelihood because they support Trump or they vote for Trump? It's like, then you start to feel like, oh, this, you know, it's America, like whatever. Despite my own personal feelings about it, me personally, no, fuck you, I don't give a shit. But like, this is America, and you're allowed to have those, you know, feelings or whatever, and that doesn't mean that you should not have a livelihood. But like, come on, no.
I just honestly, I feel like last time Kanye did this whole thing, it was to promote an album, and I wholeheartedly hope that if Kanye comes out with an album in November, I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you really threw a whole election by throwing your name out there, getting people to like rally around you, and now you're like, yeah, I'm not running, but I have this new album. Like, right. Nah.
And it's like, and exactly. And like, what is your wife and your mother-in-law and your sister-in-law, like sisters-in-law, like, are they, do they get it? Like, do they say like, no, this is not the time for you to be doing this shit? Because if that was my brother-in-law, I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Especially somebody who's in law school. And I mean, I'm sure this keeps falling out. I'm sure that Kim, like with the whole innocence thing that she's doing and releasing people from jail, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure that she's kind of had to like, and this is just what I think about Kim Kardashian. I could be completely wrong. I think most people that are rich or wealthy are Republicans because of the way that their money is affected by that political party. I don't know that they necessarily support Trump, but they might support Republican policies when it comes to things like that. And I think we've talked about that before, about
That's true. It's like a known fact.
Right, exactly. So it's
you
like,
don't have to be a celebrity to like fall in the tax bracket of Republican.
Right, exactly. Or you might feel like, you know, big government is not a thing.
Yeah.
Right. Or, you know, certain things like that.
Yeah.
And even me, like, there's some things that I think, like, Republicans might say that I'm like, okay, I can see that. But I'm not a Republican. Like, you know, I'm still considering myself a Democrat, whatever. But then sometimes Democrats say things and I'm like, I don't fucking agree with that. But whatever.
That's why, honestly, that's why I'm, like, I was registered, like, when I first registered to vote as an independent. Because when I learned about the different parties, like, I definitely agree with both sides on certain things.
Right.
But I majority fell on the Democratic side.
Right.
Which is why when
exactly.
I like switched over my affiliation, I selected Democrat just because of like voting. Like as an independent, you can't vote in like smaller elections and stuff like
Right.
that. But
Yeah.
like logistically speaking, like
Right. So it's like I don't understand how Kim is not like looking at what's going on in our country right now and being like, sit the fuck down.
or is she like? I mean, I don't know. Is she telling Kanye like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, you
And
need
she
to sit
could
down"?
be.
And he's like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna do whatever. I'm Kanye
Right,
West."
exactly. He could be. And I think that's it goes back to what we were saying about Will and Jada. Like we don't
Yeah.
know what that could have caused a huge they could not even be speaking to each other right now. Because if that was
Right.
me, oh my god. I mean, that's the case, but I don't know, man. I don't and the media is of course gonna eat that shit up.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. I just saw that he was like going to South Carolina or something for some like first official like running party thing, and I was
I
just
thought he
like,
said that he wasn't running though.
right. I saw that too, and then I saw today it was like, yeah, he's having his first like real like rally in South Carolina, like either today or tomorrow, and I was like, what? Which goes back to the whole voting thing. Like you're really fucking up like everything right now. Like if people didn't hate Joe Biden already, now people are definitely gonna vote for Kanye. Like we can't win.
I want to
We
know
can't
somebody
win.
that actually wants to live in a country where Kanye West is the fucking president.
I mean, and I feel like I was talking to somebody who was like, I mean, we got Donald Trump. He was no politician before. He never like exactly
Right.
like that's the main
Exactly.
reason why we're like no to Kanye because
They're the
we
same
got
person.
Donald. Like
Just saying fuckery. Oh my god.
it's exhausting.
Lydia, what are we gonna do?
All I have to say about this is like please educate yourself. Please read up on both Joe Biden's policies and Donald Trump's policies, whether you vote Democratic or not. Hey, listen, whether you vote Democratic or not, whether you vote Republican, whatever you want to do, like please read up on each party.
Please.
And please do not go into that poll on November, whatever, 3rd, 4th, whatever date it is, and vote for fucking Kanye or your friend or a gorilla or a bottle of liquor because y'all did that last time. So
look where we're at now. Over 100,000 people dead from corona. Cases
Black
growing.
people.
Yes, cases growing every day. Listen, I know we don't gotta tell you guys what's going on, but I'm just saying. It's fucking
if
ridiculous.
this is the only place where you get your news, just know that coronavirus is affecting more Black people than white people right now. And Kanye cannot run for president.
Amen. And that's it. And that's it. I almost knocked my wine glass.
Seriously, like that's all you need to know.
All right. Well, I think that's it for our topic today, right?
Yeah, we're done. We're done. I'm tired. I'm just The sun's going down now, so
it is. All right.
And hopefully we'll be back.
Do we do our Black businesses?
Oh yeah.
Do you have one?
Oh yeah, I can do my shirt that I have on now.
Oh yeah, do that.
So, and hold on, you can go if you have one ready.
I have. Let me look up the page. Phenomenal. I do not remember this girl's name, but she is Kamala Harris's niece. Yeah, her niece. I think she's based out of Philadelphia, actually, and she does the shirts, like the
Phenomenal Woman.
Yeah, and she also does like the Per My Last Email shirts. She has really cute T-shirts that are for sale. Really nice products, and I recommend highly. She's Black. Do that.
This shirt's from Mess in a Bottle on Instagram. It's Mess.
I like that. That's really cute.
And it says this. What does it say?
This expensive T-shirt was made by a Black designer, not Gucci. Oh my God, I love that. I need that.
And she's Black owned. She has a lot of different shirts that have like messages, which she like highlights mess. So
it would be so nice if we did that same thing.
And she's based out of Baltimore. She ships really fast. I bought this like, I want to say a week ago, and I got it yesterday. So
it's really cute.
She has a lot of different shirts. She has like this shirt that says "As strong as the woman next to me." What else does she have? But like all of her shirts have a message, basically.
Send me that Instagram page, please. Por
so
favor.
Yeah, support Black businesses. She's a woman. But yeah, that's what I have this week.
Yay. Okay. Well, support by anything else?
No. Next week or whenever we record next, I'll have a different, like, I feel like last time I had the bookstore. This time I have a t-shirt. But I want to give people more diverse
options.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Not just t-shirts. Just t-shirts. Like, I want like other types of products.
Okay. I have one next week. All right.
Too.
Well,
until next time.
See ya. Bye.
Bye, y'all.